Pivoting and making a career change at 30 seems so scary, and I feel like I'm so late to the game. Part of me is like, why didn't I figure out what I want to do with my life sooner? Why am I waiting till so late to figure this out? When I say these things out loud, I realize that I just have these expectations that were ingrained into me that are limiting me. So it's a constant daily reminder to myself that everyone is on their own journey, everyone is at a different pace, and just because I thought I knew what I was going to do for the rest of my life and it didn't work out, that's okay. Things change. It's easy to say this as I'm recording this audio, but obviously it's a lot harder when I'm in my brain day to day. So if you're new to my channel, I'll give you the quick TLDR. I used to create educational cannabis content, whether it was cannabis-infused recipes, mocktails, yada yada yada. That was my niche, and I built a whole brand around it for 4 years. And last month, I officially announced that I was no longer going to be continuing down the identity of that niche, and I really just wanted to pivot what I was doing. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and nor do I know right now, but I just knew that the content that I was making before just wasn't resonating with me anymore, and the way that I was being a creator was honestly just burning me out, and it just felt like there was no light at the end of the tunnel. And now it's been a month since I announced my official rebrand and pivot, and honestly, it's been a daily battle. Right now I'm dabbling in a lot of different areas and trying to figure out what is it that I really want to do with my professional life, my career. In many ways, I have to let go of the previous identity that I attached myself to. And it's hard. It's almost like rebuilding yourself all over again. You know, I used to be someone that had such a clear-cut vision of what I wanted in my life. My career was very linear. I knew how to climb the corporate ladder. I kind of envisioned what my life would look like. And let's just say that every year as I'm getting older, I have more and more awakenings, I guess you could call them, where I'm realizing that the path that I was going down or what I thought I had wanted isn't actually what I want in my life. And a lot of what I thought I wanted was maybe pressure from my parents or narratives told from my parents that have ingrained into me. And so I've just been on this journey of unlearning, and it's amazing. You know, I'm not complaining, but it's pretty much a mental battle every day with yourself. And with this new journey that I'm on, my channel is going to be all about rediscovering yourself, your creativity, unlearning old habits and negative thought patterns, and just finding more harmony and balance with my physical and mental and professional and creative health. And here it begins. This is episode number 1. You look super cute. This looks so adorable. I'm in love. So it's Lunar New Year and I have a dinner with some girls tonight. I actually don't know some of these girls. We're literally just meeting up and having a dinner, kind of networking with other girls in the city. I wanted to be kind of festive and still dress up for Lunar New Year, but I wanted to do like a modern take on it. So I really liked how I kind of did this pinkish reddish outfit today. And then it's baggy and just really simple rosy-ish red makeup. I used to hate pink, and then as I'm getting older, I'm starting to embrace this color, and I kind of like it. I feel like I'm holding myself back from vlogging. I have a lot of unlearning to do in terms of how to create content. I feel like the past year, my algorithm has been bombarded with like how to make viral social media content. You always have to provide value. That has ingrained so much into my brain that now I feel like whenever I film anything, it has to be interesting. It has to look cinematic, or it has to be me giving some type of information. But I don't ever just film just for the sake of filming. And I realize that that in itself is holding me back. A few months ago, I turned 30, and I don't know if this happens to every woman who just turns 30, but you start thinking about fertility and your hormones and how having a child is going to impact your career and life, and basically you start spiraling. And last year I did an ultrasound and they found that I have a heart-shaped cervix, so I had to do some MRIs and stuff like that. So then it got me thinking, okay, I need to like get a little bit more preventative with my fertility and my hormone health, so let me take these matters into my own hands. So in Canada, honestly, the healthcare system, even though it's free, it's not very focused on preventative health. It's very much reactive. And if you're someone that cares a lot about your health and kind of setting your own health up for success for the future, whether it's for longevity or for fertility, whatever it is, then the regular healthcare system isn't always going to be your best friend. So I was talking to my girlfriend and she recommended that I actually check out Pollen Fertility. The best way for me to describe Pollen is that it is a facility dedicated to women's health and fertility. And some of the services are covered by the government, some are not. You have to pay out of pocket if you're doing like IVF and egg freezing and stuff like that. I just went for the purpose of getting my blood work and my hormones and my eggs checked, and just for a peace of mind. I mean, this facility was poppin'. Like, it was so nice and beautiful, and they also did an ultrasound, and it was so comfortable. Normally, you know that ultrasound where they stick up that tube up your genital area? It doesn't feel good, but this place was so relaxing. It was honestly kind of fun. Highly recommend checking out Pollen if you are thinking about fertility, health, and all of that. It's, you know, always good to kind of get ahead of it. My results came back fine, so I have a little bit of peace of mind now, and it was good to kind of just take my own fertility health into my own hands. I'm not trying to have kids anytime soon, but it's always good to just have a little bit of peace of mind, especially if you are anxious like me.
I need this.
So usually between like 8 to 10 o'clock, I have this 2-hour time block where I'm finished the main projects of the day. I've showered, I've had dinner, and I've worked out. So during this time, I feel like the new me should be relaxing and like just reading a book and just disconnecting from the world and just spending time with my dog. But then the type A part of me, the old me, which is still the same me deep down, is like, no, you should take advantage of this extra time that you have and work. And I feel like this mentality of maximizing my time has been perpetuated ever since I started working for myself. Oh, you have extra time, like you should get ahead of some stuff because you work for yourself. Like you really have to like take your own work into your own hands. But I don't know if it's actually the healthy thing to do. Like, I guess there's no one way to do it. It's just like whatever works for you. And I think I'm just struggling to find balance. And it's weird saying this because I used to like pride myself on being so balanced and like having my life all balanced. But really, I'm realizing now I have a pretty toxic relationship with working and being productive. And I think it's definitely tied to scarcity mindset because I feel like if I'm not being productive, I'm falling behind. Yeah, see now I'm like, as I'm talking to myself about it, I'm kind of realizing how my thought patterns can sometimes be very excessive. When I'm editing this, I'm probably gonna be like, wow, damn, this girl needs to fucking relax. I should probably just enjoy myself and not be so focused and hyper fixated on squeezing everything into my schedule at night. It just feels like there's never enough time. And maybe I just have to be okay with that feeling and just accept it. Well, on the other hand, this guy definitely has all the time in the world. You having fun? So I haven't changed my hairstyle in like 5 years maybe. I'm going to get a different haircut and I'm gonna get wispy bangs. I'm excited for this refresh. I feel like also because when it's Chinese New Year, you get like a new haircut to symbolize like the start of something new, fresh start. So let's do it. Let's cut hair. I feel like all girls like doing some type of physical change to their appearance when they going through some shit. So we're gonna change this bowed looking head and make it cute, or try to. I like it. I like it a lot. Very cute. So I did it, I got the bangs. I actually really like it. I can't believe this is like my first time in 30 years ever getting bangs. I feel a little bit spicier, I feel a little bit more mysterious, a little bit more like cool girl. It's funny because I realized that I had some bias against getting bangs for my entire life. My mom always wanted me to have typical Asian hair. Long, black hair, straight, and that's it. And I was really into cutting my hair short, so I've always had short hair throughout my whole life because it was just easier to maintain. I liked how it suited my head shape. I just vibed with short hair, and I always loved like doing different things to my hair, like coloring it and whatnot. And she hated it.
absolutely hated it. And the one thing she would always tell me is, don't ever get bangs. You don't have the right head shape or forehead for bangs. I didn't realize, but like subconsciously over all these years, whenever I'd go to the salon, I'd always be like, oh no, I don't want bangs. Like don't give me any bangs. But I never actually gave it a chance. I never actually even tried it. I don't even know what I would have looked like if I got bangs. And now I do. It feels so funny now, like realizing all these things I have to unlearn that have been like subconsciously programmed into my brain is as simple as like getting bangs, you know? And it makes me wonder like what else was subconsciously programmed into me that was something that, oh, you shouldn't do. It's weird because I feel like getting bangs is like a parallel to me rediscovering myself and what I want to do with my life. I've been on a path where I've been maybe told a certain narrative like you shouldn't be creative, you should have a stable job, you should do corporate job, you should do XYZ, and I've just kind of lived that subconsciously through wanting to please other people, aka my parents. I mean, at least I'm realizing it now, but I'm literally 30 years old, and it's funny because I just feel like I'm just starting to slowly unlearn. I just finished filming a YouTube video and I actually feel really good about it for once. Oh, a few days ago I was feeling really bummed out about filming content because I was like, oh, I don't know what value I'm providing to people anymore. Like if I'm not talking about cannabis content, like what am I doing? I feel like I was kind of avoiding filming for a long time because I didn't know what I wanted to talk about, even though I have like a content bank of a lot of different ideas. I just felt some kind of like hesitancy towards filming, and I realized that it's like a lot of imposter syndrome. I didn't think that I had imposter syndrome until I had imposter syndrome. Yeah, it's the imposter syndrome talking. It's like me thinking that I don't have anything to offer that's different and that I won't stand out. I'm creating this narrative that I can't be a non-cannabis content creator in my head when I've only put out one video, and how can I make that judgment? So again, art of unlearning, just like trying to rewire myself, be positive thinking. It's like, I just gotta put some reps in, like just film, just fucking turn on the camera and film. Even if it's not super interesting, like you never know what footage you're gonna end up with. Right now I'm trying to edit one of the videos that I filmed for YouTube, and I'm realizing that my white balance is all off. Color grading is like one of the things that I really get annoyed at because I just don't know how to do it. And when I do watch YouTube videos on like how to do it, but there's something about it, I feel like I just don't have an eye to understand what a good color is. But then when I watch videos, I know what kind of color I like. Maybe I don't like doing it because I'm not good at it. And that's what I'm realizing is like, I just need to practice and get good at it. Like, as you can tell, this looks super washed right now. So what I'll do is just like add some highlights, do black point -10. It's like so simple. Like I literally just do whatever. It looks very flat, but maybe it's also the scene and what I'm wearing. Honestly, at the end of the day, some of my best videos weren't even color graded properly. So I'm definitely overthinking it, and I just need to just do it. Now that I've pivoted away from my niche, I feel like I can start to express myself in a lot more different ways now. I know this sounds so silly, like I could have done this the whole time, but I feel like having a niche was definitely locking me in to only talk about a certain topic. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna be posting fit pics, maybe I'll be posting outfits, like who knows? Like this is also an interest of mine. So on this weekend, I actually checked out some cool loft spaces in Toronto because I'm kind of dabbling with the idea of putting together another event sometime this year. I really liked this loft space that I checked out. The only downside is that it is north facing, and I don't love that for all day lighting, and especially not for the content. I just don't like the grayness of a north facing space, but I really love this vibe. I mean, I would actually live here. Like this place was pretty cute. Since I decided to rebrand myself and pivot away from the previous content that I was making, I've honestly been feeling pretty burnt out from creating in general. And for some reason, I just feel like I don't have the same passion
for creative work anymore. But I know I love being creative. I know I love making stuff. So one thing that I tasked myself to do this year, which I thought might help me kind of get back into getting my little creative spark and recovering from creative burnout, was to actually do other creative things that wasn't related to making content, making videos, and things like that. I've just been trying to find little artistic endeavors and side quests throughout the city, and obviously pottery is something that's been really popular, but unfortunately because I have my nails done, I can't do hand wheel pottery. So instead I decided to purchase some pre-made pottery bowls and mugs and just spend time painting it at their studio. I felt like a kid again painting. It was so much fun and very therapeutic. I could just literally paint for hours there. Well, I mean, I didn't really paint, to be honest. I kind of just used a sponge, but the sponging painting is also super fun, and I found this activity to be super relaxing, and it was so nice to like do something with my hands. I can definitely see myself doing this more frequently, and I forgot where I read this, but they were saying that if you're ever feeling burnt out from the creative work or just like the work that you do, it's great to switch things up and just play and have fun in an area that you don't normally spend time in. So I thought painting would be a great way to just try something new for my brain, for my creativity. It's not something I've ever do. I'll show you guys in the next vlog what the ceramics end up looking like, and fingers crossed, because I don't have good luck with making pretty looking stuff.
You ready for a bath? Good boy. Yeah.
Perfect strangers.
Good boy.
Just the two of us. 침묵 속에 대화 till the sun down. 말하지 않아도 만지지 않아도 알 수 있는 사람도 있구나. After all,
Good boy.
we are lonely souls. 덩그러니 커다란 fishbowl 속에 던져진 물고기 두 마리처럼.
Sit.
But right now, honey, we don't have to go and feel lonely. From now, I am with you only, only. Yeah. 내가 나인 듯, 넌 너인 듯, 서로 알아.
You always do. Not only that way, I'm in front of you. Make that achy fake and then make me fall for you.